guys, welcome back to another episode of Android application development tutorial. In today's episode we are going to learn about how to send data to another activity using intent object. So in the previous episode of this tutorial series we already learned about how to invoke an activity using intent object. So here in this episode I'm going to show you how to send a data to another activity using intent object. So here on the activity main.xml file I add an edit text and a button. So user can enter a message here, and when user click the send button we have to call another activity and we have to display this message on the target activity. So here is the edit text. The ID of the edit text is message text. Now we have to define an on click method for this button. So Android on click, I name the method as send message. Okay, now go to main activity.java file and define that method, public void send message. Don't forget to add the view argument. Okay, so now we have to create another activity. We have to send this message into another activity. So in Android Studio you can easily create another activity. So in the previous episode I create the two file in two separate steps. First I create the Java file, second I create the layout file. But in Android Studio you can create the activity. That means you can make all the steps of creation of an activity in one step. So right click the expand the Java package and right click the package name, again right click and select the new option and select the activity option. From this subcategory select the blank activity. Now a new window is appear. First you have to specify the activity name. So here I specify the activity name as second activity. And now here is the layout name. I change the layout name into second layout. And here is the title. And here is a menu resource name. It's an XML file. Now here you have to specify a hierarchical parent. If you specify the hierarchical parent, it will help to implement the system default navigation behavior. So here I call this activity from the main activity. So here the hierarchical parent is the main activity. Okay, here is the package name and click finish. Now here we got another activity. Here is the layout of the newly created activity that contain a text view. Okay, so when you create a new activity in Android Studio done a lot of things for you. First is it create the Java class file for the newly created activity. Here is the Java class file with the name second activity. Here you can see Android Studio automatically create all the override methods. First one, it create on create method, again create on create options menu, on option item selected method. Okay, again it creates the layout file for you. The layout file name is second layout. Here it is, second layout.xml file. That file contain a text view. Okay, now look at to the manifest file. If you check the manifest file, Android Studio automatically update all the needed codings on the manifest file also. Here is a new activity tag is created with Android name. Here is the second activity class name, and here is a label second activity, and here it provide the parent activity name. If we put the parent activity name on the activity tag, it will help us to implement the system default navigation behavior, and this attribute is working only on Android version 4.1 and above. If you want to implement the default system navigation behavior in Android version 4.1 and below, you have to add a metadata content. This one is, so you have to specify the Android name as support parent activity and specify the value as the parent activity name, parent activity class name. So this will help us to implement the system default navigation behavior. Okay, so now we have the second activity. Now we have to pass the data from the first activity to the second activity. So go to the main activity.java file. So first we have to get the message from the edit text. Here the edit text ID is message text. So in main activity.java file, first we have to create an object of edit text. So here I create an object of edit text. I name it as message text. So when user click the button, we have to get the message from the edit text. So I create a variable string message equal to, first we have to initialize the edit text object. So message text equal to, use the method find view by id or dot id. ID of the edit text is message text, is an object, so you have to typecast into corresponding class name. Okay, now we have to get the message from the edit text. So message text dot get text, convert it into string. Okay, so here we got the message from the edit text. Now we have to create an intent object and we have to attach the data into the intent object and we have to call the target activity. So here I am going to create an intent object. Intent, I name the object as intent equal to new intent. First you have to specify a context object. Second you have to specify the class name of the target activity. So here the target activity class name is second activity. So second activity dot class. Okay, now we have to attach the data into this intent object. You can attach data into an intent object used by calling a method called put extras. So we have to attach the data in the form of key value pair. So first we have to create a key for the data. So in this class I am going to create another variable under key variable public. Public is a final variable, final static string. I name the variable as message key. Okay, so now you have to make sure that your key is unique among all the applications. So you have to, if you use the package name with a key, you have to ensure, you can ensure that your key is unique one. So here I am going to use my package name. So my package name is ecwaytoin.com.demo app, and here I am going to specify a key, message key. Okay, if you make a key with your package name, then you can make sure that your key is unique. So now we have to attach the data into the intent object. So now we already got the message from the edit text in this variable message. So now we have to attach this variable into the intent object. So intent, call this method put extras. Put extra, first you have to specify the key. So here the key is message key. The second argument is the data. Okay, now we attach the data into the intent object. Now we have to call the target activity. So call the method start activity and pass the intent object. Okay, it will call the target activity. Now we have to receive this message on the target activity. So for receiving this message on the target activity, we have to use the same key variable on the target activity. So I copy this key variable. Now go to the second activity.java class file, and here I declare the same variable, same key variable. So you got all the intent on this method, on create method. So first we have to get the intent, and we have to get the message from the intent. So here I am going to create an intent object. So now here we are not going to use the layout file. We are going to create a text view, and we make that particular text view as the content of this activity, layout of this activity. Okay, so first here I am going to create an intent object. Intent, I name the object as intent, and call this method get intent. Okay, so now we got the intent object in this, on this. So now we have the intent object on this variable intent. Now we have to get the message back from the intent object. So here I am going to create a string variable, string message equal to intent dot, call this method get string extra, and specify the key. So here we have the key on the variable message key, so use that variable message key. Okay, now we have to create a text view for displaying this message. So here I am going to create a text view equal to new text view. So now I create a text view. Now we have to set some parameter for this text view. I change the text size into 45 density pixel. I think there is no need of DP here. That's fine. Okay, now I am going to, so now here I create a text view and I set the text size into 45. Now we have to attach some data into this text view. So text view dot set text and assign the message. Okay, now we have to display this text view as the layout for this activity. So use these variables, use this method set content view, and specify the object name text view. Okay, now we can test the application. So now I am going to run the application. So click the run button. Okay, now we have got the project on the emulator. So here I am going to enter a message, hello Prabish, and click the send button. Now it will call the second activity and display the message as a text view. So here the text view is the layout of the second activity. Okay, if you click the back button, we will got the default navigation behavior of the system. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe my channel for getting more video updates. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.